Yes, recording has begun. Yes, so therefore now, this question wants us to add and subtract matrices. Okay, we talked about identity matrices. The diagonal is ones and zeros all about. We talked about the elements, to locate the elements of a matrix. We talked about using an equation to solve for an element inside of a matrix. Okay, we talked about again the elements of a matrix. I think we talked about the size of a matrix too. Okay, all right, so yes, so as we were saying on Tuesday, we talked about the size of a matrix. Okay, always mention the row first, then the column. We talked about the position of each element in a matrix. The first number is the row it's in, and the second column is the second number is the column it's in, the location of an element inside of a matrix. We talked about using an equation to solve for an element in a matrix. So if they give you the element like a letter, they must give you the equation to solve for that element. All right, so you're mixing up algebra with matrices. And here we have the examples. We went over that. You'll have the recordings. Again, elements inside of a matrix. And here the equation to solve for the element in a matrix. We talk about the identity matrix, ones and zeros all over. And we are moving on to how to operate matrices, how to add and subtract matrices. Okay, so we just happen to formulate an example, and based on the information we have stated that is only matrices of the same size that can be subtracted and added, and you have to add and subtract corresponding elements. Okay, so as we were saying, we can only add and subtract matrices of equal sizes. Okay, and we must add and subtract corresponding elements. Okay, and we just had barely time to formulate two examples, a plus c and b minus a. A plus c is not possible because they are not the same size. Okay, and b minus a was possible, and we just barely completed it. So I need some participation. All right. Can somebody please tell me what number comes here in that position, in that square there?
Positive 10.
Positive 10. Share with us how you got positive 10.
So 8 minus 2. A negative and a negative is a positive.
Nope, a negative and a negative is not a positive. Let's write this down.
So, because it's
Just a minute,
two is same size.
yeah, just a minute. Hold that thought. Young man, you're going to talk in a while. Just a minute. I just want to, before I forget, take note.
All right.
A negative. And you know why I'm not blaming you for saying that? That is how you learned it. Trust me. And when you learn
That's how I learned.
Yeah, I understand. But it's a slight error. A negative and a negative. A negative and a negative. Now let me specify. In arithmetic is a negative. Okay. Now what you were saying, young man?
Yeah. So is positive 10 because it's two of the same signs. So you add.
It's positive 10 because two of the same sign because you add. Okay.
Okay.
You see now when you say it like that now, somebody that learning the concept, I wonder if they will understand it. But
Okay.
you understand what you're saying, but will somebody else understand what they're saying?
All right.
Okay.
Between the 8 and the 2, because it's the same signs, which is the minus,
Because
because
of
the
the
same
same
signs,
sign.
naturally it becomes a plus sign.
No, sir.
Naturally. So it just this one become a plus sign.
No.
Oh,
No,
Sir,
look at another point. Look at another point. Just a minute. A negative. Yeah, my G. I have to press on it. Times a negative is a positive. Okay. A negative. I mean, no times is multiply, right? Because and is what? Plus. Remember that. Never forget maths is words to symbols. And the symbol for and in arithmetic is a plus. Okay. The symbol for one ONE is a line. The symbol for TOWO. Look the symbol for TWO. Alright. So the symbol for the word and is this. It's like a cross, is a T. In your Sunday school is a cross. In your English class is a T. But in maths is plus. And it's and. And plus is the same thing in arithmetic. And what's the symbol for times? Anybody?
times is multiply or sum is multiply.
Sum?
some is add.
Sum, sorry. Sum is to add.
Yeah,
Value is to find value. So
So it's
right. Sum now is add. Okay? So and, add, sum. Okay? They are synonymous.
so okay.
Times. What can I put by times, as you said?
Multipliers.
Multiply. And what is the symbol? So I heard it, somebody said it.
X.
It's an X. Okay?
Okay, so in that case now, a positive minus a negative is a positive. That's what you want.